Later, while watching television, I discover with astonishment that Sue's program has been broadcast. At that moment, my untimely neighbor appears, shamelessly insinuating himself and asking me for private lessons with Sue. I respond with absolute disdain, and shortly after, I receive notification of another refill kit. I go to pick it up, but upon arrival, strange voices disturb me, and I flee the place. In my escape, I end up in a restaurant where I notice an old man with a birthmark identical to that of the nurse who recommended the substance to me. The conversation with him is unsettling. He warns me about the side effects and expresses his anguish, convinced that his time in his old form has been too long and that he should no longer exist. Terrified, I run out, and on my way, I cross paths with Troy, who seems frustrated while looking for his motorcycle. Back home, I rummage through my belongings until I find Fred's number, a former classmate who used to consider me beautiful. Driven by the need to feel desired, I call him and invite him to dinner. Fred, excited, accepts immediately and makes a reservation. I feel revitalized and prepare with enthusiasm. But when I'm about to leave, I see Sue's image and her undeniable beauty reflected. Insecurity paralyzes me. As I'm about to cross the door, a huge advertisement for Sue's program in front of the building hits me like a slap. Doubt settles in my mind, and in a burst of anxiety, I return to the mirror, applying more makeup in a desperate attempt to feel better. However, frustration consumes me, and I end up removing it aggressively, hating the image the reflection returns to me. In the end, unable to face my own insecurity, I cancel the date with Fred and lock myself in my apartment, seeking comfort in food. Meanwhile, Sue continues with her program. In the middle of a recording, a strange sensation invades her. Something presses her body unusually. Alarmed, she retreats to the dressing room and, with horror, discovers a bulge moving under her skin. With agonizing effort, she pushes it to her navel and, with a shiver, extracts a whole chicken leg that had been trapped inside her. But the scene vanishes in an instant, revealing itself as a dream. Sue wakes up, finding me by her side. Annoyed by my apathetic life, Sue takes the phone and calls the substance service, complaining that I waste my existence while she could make better use of it. But the answer is always the same. We must find balance, as we are both one person. Sue, however, ignores the warning. Segundo fragmento. Later, when she arrives at the studio for a new recording, she discovers that her program has been canceled. A chill runs through her until she is called to Harvey's office. To her surprise, the producer is delighted with the show's success and offers her the opportunity to host a New Year's Eve special. Exalted by the news, Sue accepts without hesitation, intoxicated by fame and recognition. But with the meteoric rise comes greed. Anxious to extend her time, she begins to extract more and more vital fluid from me.